I'm Suzanne Ridgway from Let Us Eat. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be about my Crockpot chicken and gravy, my homemade biscuits, and my apple dump spice cake that I did today. And I'm going to show you different clips of each item that I made today. So let's get into it. This is my chicken and gravy. I have 2 boneless, skinless chicken breasts in my crock pot, and then I added in a bowl 2 cans of cream soup, 1 can of gravy, some dried onion, about 2 teaspoons, 3 teaspoons of fresh black cracked pepper, and 3 teaspoons of garlic, and I mixed it all up and I put it into the crock pot. I have it set on low, and I added in some frozen bell peppers for extra flavoring. Now this is going to sit into my crock pot for about 6 to 7 hours until the chicken's fully cooked, and then I'm going to shred it and serve it over some rice. This is going to be my chicken and gravy. I am now going to make about 8 to 10 garlic biscuits for the chicken and gravy for dinner tonight. I am using 2.5 cups of Bisquick. I am not a sponsor. I'm using 2 eggs, and I'm going to be using about a cup of water and 2 to 3 teaspoons of garlic to taste into the mixture. And I'm going to fold the water in. And what I mean by folded, I'm going to start the mixer. I already put some in, and I'm going to add the rest. That's what I mean by folding it in. You add some, then you add some in a little bit. These are going to be spoon drop biscuits. Here are the biscuits, and they're going to be going into a preheated oven of 350 degrees for about 12 to 15 minutes. You're going to spray lightly with some butter spray or with a butter brush, and check them to see if they're done all the way through with a toothpick. I have about a half a dozen apples. We went apple picking this past weekend at Windy Hill East, right here in my village of Castleton-on-the-Hudson, about 3 miles up the way near the high school. And we picked about 9 pounds of red delicious apples, and I'm going to decore them and slice them up for some afternoon snacks. And I have a recipe for an apple dump cake that I'm going to be doing, and you'll be seeing more of this further in the video. I will also post a recipe for my dump cake online at my group at Let Us Eat, Cook, Clean, and Family with Suzanne Ridgway. I have a apple cinnamon dump bundt cake that I'm going to be putting into my 350 degree oven, and I'm going to put it in according to the box. I used a vanilla cake mix, and I'm using my bundt, so I'm going to be putting this in for about 35 minutes, and I'm going to check it about 25 minutes into it to see how it's rising, and then I will time it for the remainder of the time, which would be about maybe 12 minutes or so, and I'll use a toothpick to see if it's clean to come all the way through. Then I'll let it cool, and I'll remove it from the bundt pan onto my cake pan. This is my apple cinnamon dump bundt cake, and I used a Betty Crocker vanilla cake mix. My apple spice dump cake came out successfully. I'm going to let it cool, and then I'm going to take it out of the bundt pan and I'll put it onto my cake plate once it's cooled. My apple spice bundt cake, I just took it out of the bundt pan, and it did crack a little bit. You can barely notice. I repaired it, and I'm not going to do any extra sweet icing on it. We're not really big on overly sweet stuff. But I used this bundt pan, and it's got the little sides, so it made it a little tricky to take it out and flip it out onto the plate. But I have it on a plate on the cake holder, and then I'm going to cover it so it stays fresh. And if you want, you can put a slice of bread over the top, and it'll keep the cake moist, and the bread will harden up. If you like my video, please like it, please subscribe, and thank you for watching Let Us Eat, Cook, Clean, and Family.